is a regional sales manager by day and a church group leader by night. What do you remember about the campaign or the election itself of President George H.W. Bush?
You know, I really don't remember a lot about the campaign because it was quite a few years ago, but I think the main reason that I liked George H.W. Bush is his CIA background. He ran the intelligence agency, and during that time there was a lot of fear in the nation about the Soviet Union and all of the perceived bad things that they could do to our nation.
Did you vote in that election? Why or why not?
Yes, I voted in the election. Being in the military, it was important for me to exercise my rights.
Did you vote for the winner or the other guy, and why?
Yeah, he won.
What were some of the major national and world events that you remember from that time, and how did the president handle them?
Oh gosh. I don't really remember. We were, just the nation really wasn't, in a lot of turmoil. The economy was good. So the most important thing was just security, U.S. security.
Think about American culture of the time. What were music, movies, and TV like, and what did young people do to have fun?
A lot of it was getting out of the house. There wasn't a lot of video games like you have now, so going to the movies was a lot of fun. Hiking, camping, those were really the the types of things that I did to have a lot of fun during that time frame.
By the end of his presidency, had you changed your mind about how you felt about the president? Would you have voted for that person again?
And thinking about it, I think I probably would. I probably would have voted for whoever the Republican candidate was, just because of my beliefs in the business and having to work and make your own living and not rely on social welfare, which was a perception of the Democratic Party.
Did George H.W. Bush's presidency affect your life?
Yeah, definitely, because I was in the Air Force and in the Air Force Reserves, and he was pro-military, so that helped me, but also it enabled me to go to college, and just with using those values that he instilled into the nation was important.
In your opinion, did George H.W. Bush do a good job as U.S. president?
In relation to all the other presidents, yeah, I mean, he had 42 ahead of him, or he was the 41st or 42nd? 41st, so he had 40 other presidents ahead of him to compare and contrast. So if you were to look at it from an analytical standpoint, I'm sure you can see things that he did well on and things that he didn't do well on, but overall I think he led the nation in a good way.
What did you see George H.W. Bush do as president?
He, I think, just continued with the policies and the economic situation that was already put in place and just benefited from it.
George H.W. Bush said, "Read my lips, no new taxes." Did he do what he promised?
Read my lips, no new.
Well, of course, if you were to look at the politics and how that was thrown back in his face a number of times, because he did have to raise taxes in some areas, but overall, that just teaches you not to be so, I guess, definite in your words. He must have lost his political savviness for a little while when he said that.
Thanks to Mr. Perkins for taking time out of his day to help me do my project.